Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, my name is Natalia Rudakova. I'm a professional chef and a certified nutritionist, and I'm here to share with you my favorite recipes, most of which are plant-based, but not all, and some culinary techniques. So now that you're all caught up, let's move on and talk about what we're going to cook today. Today I will cook my favorite no-bake chocolate cake. This dessert has many names. In Russia it's called Kolbasa. My older brother used to cook it all the time when I was a child. In Greece it's called Kormos, and in Cyprus, where I've spent 10 years of my life, it's called Doukissa, the Duchess cake. Except being super yummy, I believe that this dessert is so popular in so many countries due to its simplicity. You literally need not more than 15 minutes to prep it, and due to wide accessibility of all the ingredients. For this recipe, we will need 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 100 grams of soy milk, 134 grams of non-dairy butter, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 167 grams of table biscuits. In my case, I'm using Maria biscuits. If you're using different type, you might need to adjust the proportions. And 33 grams of walnuts. Okay, as you might have guessed, the traditional recipe calls for cow's milk and cow's butter. But we are not looking for easy paths in our lives. That's an old Russian saying. So we're going to veganize it. Without further ado, let's move on. First step is to add cocoa, milk, sugar and butter into the small saucepan. Turn the heat on low and whisk continuously while bringing it to simmer. It's very important not to boil it. Just simmer on very low heat until all the ingredients are evenly combined. Then take off the saucepan off the heat and let it cool a bit. Meanwhile, let's cut the walnuts. You can use the food processor as well, just don't overdo the processing part. Chop the walnuts roughly, so you end up with small and medium walnut pieces. Something like that. Next step is to crush the biscuits. You can use any method you prefer for this, just make sure that you do not crush them into tiny crumbs. You need to see the pieces of the biscuits in the final product. Otherwise, we will need to adjust the ratios and we will end up with a completely different Russian dessert called kartoshka. Let me know in the comments if you want the recipe for this dessert as well. Okay, at this point it may get a bit tricky, but only at the beginning, so don't panic. What we're going to do now, we're going to add all the dry ingredients to the chocolate mix. It is crucial at this stage to add the dry mix gradually, allowing some time for the biscuits to soak a bit in the liquid. Adding it gradually will also ensure that you won't add too much of a dry mix, in case you're using different dry biscuits or different butter. Here is where you would be able to adjust the ratio if you need it. So mix and watch for the right texture. Once all the ingredients are combined and form the right consistency, something like that. It's time to pour it into molds. You can use any molds you prefer. However, I suggest to use silicone ones, so you can actually easily pull it out from the mold once it's set. Otherwise, you will end up eating right from the mold, which is not ideal. As for me, I'm going to use several molding techniques right now. The first one is the technique that is used in Russia and the one that my brother used. All you need for this is a piece of plastic wrap. Just pour the chocolate biscuit mixture on the wrap and form a roll, tying up both ends securely, so that the roll feels firm when you press on it. And the second one is super easy, if you have the right molds. I've actually never did it this way myself, but everything tells me it's gonna work, so let's try it out. If you are going to use a different, bigger mold, it's totally fine. Just keep in mind that it might take longer time to set properly. Okay, our dessert is ready to set now. Put it in the fridge for at least 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to put mine overnight, and tomorrow we will see the results and taste. It's day 2 and our dessert is finally ready, and I'm so excited to try it out. But first, let's make it look pretty and plate it. Okay, let's try it out and see if it can compete with a traditional non-vegan recipe. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna finish this in a minute, but for now, I have to thank you guys for watching this video. So go ahead now and subscribe to my channel, so you don't miss my next video on Chinese guabao, or as some may call it, baoban. If you like this video, however, please make sure to like it and let me know in the comment section below what other recipes and culinary techniques you want me to cover next. So, thank you again. See you soon.